Come on and let me know.
Should he stay or should he go? Should he stay or should he go? Should he stay or should he go? That is the question for LeBron James. That's the big question. Should he stay or should he go? Big free agency coming up. Hi guys, how you doing? Thanks for coming back to my channel. This is the show of why I think LeBron James should go to the LA Clippers. So let's get it started because I got a lot of stuff to cover. First things first. It's Southern California. Great weather. He'll love it out there. Beautiful beaches, beautiful palm trees, beautiful, everything, if you know what I mean. But he'll love it out there. It's great weather. Lot different in Cleveland, that's for sure. Another thing too is Mike Dunleavy, the coach, the old coach of the Clippers, was fired. So not only can he handpick his coach, but there'll be people lining up, as far as coaches are concerned, to coach LeBron James. I think the one that he would really like to have be his coach, his number one choice, obviously, will probably be Phil Jackson. Now you're probably wondering, why would Phil Jackson want to coach the Clippers? Well, if LeBron James comes, he'd do it. That's number one. Number two, Phil Jackson wants $12 million from Jerry Buss. Now Jerry Buss is not willing to give that unless they win a championship, the Lakers, that being. So if the Lakers don't win the championship, and it doesn't work out, Phil Jackson's done everything he can in LA for the Lakers. He's won 4 championships there. He's ran a triangle offense, brought him all these different things, all-time winningest coach. So hey, why not go coach the the Clippers, right down the hall, start a whole new thing with LeBron James? Because Phil Jackson loves to coach the best players in the world. And another thing too, obviously Phil Jackson has a home there in LA, and also he dates Jerry Buss's daughter. So he'll have some bargaining chips with Phil Jackson will to say, hey, I know that you don't want to give me my $12 million, but if you don't, I might go across the hall down there to the Clippers. So that's interesting. But let's just say if Phil Jackson does go with the Clippers and signs with them, I don't think it'll be a good family dinner over there at the Jackson or the Buss's house. So hopefully that'll work out. Plus Jackson will be a good tell him some good things as far as LeBron goes, because he's never had a coach that can really get in his face and tell him what to do. Phil Jackson can do that. So let's talk about the players that the Clippers have. So the main players are Baron Davis. Obviously, he's a multiple All-Star. Everybody knows his credentials. You got Eric Gordon. He's 21 years old. He's a future All-Star, in my opinion. Then you got Chris Kaman, who's a center. Great player, up-and-coming great player. He's actually an All-Star this year, so he's a pretty good player. Then you got DeAndre Jordan, who's a power forward / center, 6'11", 250, 260 pounds. He's a beast down there. He's strong, and he's a beast on the boards. He's a really, really good, tough player. And then you got in my opinion, Rookie of the Year this coming up season, Blake Griffin. Now everybody knows about him. Obviously, he got hurt in the preseason, but that guy is an animal. He's a beast. He's going to be a monster. And with him and LeBron James together, oh my goodness, that's going to be ridiculous. So I think that would be a great team there. So the projected starting lineups, if LeBron James came to the team, it would be B. Diddy in the backcourt with Eric Gordon, LeBron James at small forward, Blake Griffin at the power forward, and Chris Kaman at the center. Imagine that lineup. Now, the thing I like about that lineup is I think they could run the triangle good if Phil Jackson was there. Even if they didn't, they could still run some good pick and rolls, get LeBron James off of the ball, because Baron Davis and Eric Gordon are, guards that like to have the ball in their hand. And that will take LeBron James not only off the top of the key and off the wings, that put him down the block where he needs to be, LeBron, because you're too big and too strong every night to be sitting there dribbling the ball at the top of the key every night. I mean, come on, LeBron, get your big self down low and punish those guys. So I think that will work. Some role players that are really good and key to the Clippers, to me, in my opinion, are Travis Outlaw, a great athletic player. He came from the Portland Trailblazers via trade for Canby. So did Steve Blake. He's a three-point shooter. Steve Blake, backup point guard, pretty good player, role player, knows his role. And then you got Rasul Butler. Now Rasul Butler, that's very interesting because he's a three-point shooter. He's a pretty good defender. He's got some length, and he will definitely open up the floor for LeBron when he comes in the game because, like I said, Rasul Butler is a dead-eye three-point shooter, and he's a pretty good defender too. So those are some pretty good key players. Also, you got Drew Gooden. Now remember, folks, Drew Gooden played for the Cleveland Cavaliers 3 years with LeBron James, so they got that automatic chemistry together, and they went to the finals together too. You know, so LeBron James' first 3 years in the playoffs, Drew Gooden was there with him. So it was they got some real good chemistry together, and they played good together. Now the LA Clippers salary cap next season, going into next season, is about $33 million. Okay, now if you guys don't know and understand what the salary cap means, I'm gonna do a video on the salary cap and how how contracts and all that stuff works. So we'll get into more detail with that. But basically, the salary cap, the LA Clippers salary for next year on the books is gonna be $33 million. Okay, so it'll be well over $20 million underneath the salary cap at 50-something million dollars at the salary cap. So they got a lot of room not only to sign LeBron, but to sign one of the big name free agents. Now they're probably not going to get Dwayne Wade or Chris Bosh, but they definitely can get a Joe Johnson, a Carlos Boozer or Amari Stoudemire. Because to me, in my opinion, even though Amari Stoudemire is a great player, he's not a max guy. A lot of these players are getting confused about what max money is and things like that. And there's only a few players to me that deserve max money, but I'll get into another video with that. Also, if LeBron James comes to the Clippers, he'll have a chance to turn the franchise around. I mean, you know the history of the Clippers. I mean, those guys are notorious for losing. They're notorious for people getting injured. They're notorious for picking bad draft picks. They're just, basically the cellar dwellers of the NBA and the other team in LA. And if LeBron James comes there, that team will definitely be relevant. So he'll change the whole culture, in my opinion, when he gets there. Also, with him going to the Clippers, that will have him share the Staples Center with the LA Lakers with Kobe Bryant. Now that would be excellent for the league because not only will they play each other 4 times in a year, because they only play twice now, because Cleveland's in the East and Lakers in the West, but they play 4 times, and that would be a big rivalry because they'd be in the same arena playing against each other. Vying for not only who's the best team, but who's the best team in LA. So that would be huge. I would really like that to see that. And plus another thing too. Kobe Bryant. No disrespect to Kobe Bryant. He's a great player, but he's starting to get on the decline now. He's not. He's at his peak. He's not getting any better, and he's starting to go down that mountain a little bit. He's losing a little bit of his speed and his step, and he's losing a little bit of his game as far as his athletic ability. Now, mind you, Kobe Bryant, the things that he's lost in athletic ability and things like that, other NBA players never even had. Okay, so he's still, to me, in my opinion, the second best player in the NBA. But with LeBron James coming into LA, which is a big market for the NBA, it'll be almost, LeBron coming into his prime while Kobe Bryant's, not leaving the NBA, but going, on the decline. So that would be good to keep a big superstar in LA like that, So, and also I think it would be good for NBA ratings to have another big star out in LA because it's Hollywood. Another thing too is the Staples Center is a great arena. It's right across the street from the new ESPN in LA, where they do the nighttime sports center over there. So it'll be a fun thing to see that. I mean, that lineup I just named, I think it would definitely work, especially if they had Phil Jackson as the coach. But even if they don't get Phil Jackson, with that lineup, you can get an Avery Johnson, a Byron Scott, a Doug Collins, a Lawrence Frank, a Vinny Del Negro. I mean, they could, the list goes on and on with that lineup. But with LeBron James playing off the ball, and the guards getting him to the ball, getting him the ball, and things like that, and all of a sudden they can run. They can do a really good job with that. So, all right, guys, that's it for the LA Clippers. That's my reasons why I think LeBron will play for the LA Clippers, or should play for the LA Clippers. Stay tuned for my next video. Why don't I think that LeBron should not play for the Clippers? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.